Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Pixelia here, and I'm with our brother from the Central Brazil, Atrovenado. How are you doing today, man? Everything going well?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure for me being here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being here with us. So, Atro, with you've been running around the Central End for a while now. You are one of the beacons on the Central and Brazil community. But before we dive into the hot topic, I wanted to know how was it that you came to acquire your first crypto coin, and how did that process led you to the Centraland?
Well, man, my story, I believe it's very different from most of you that are in the Central End because I am an ocean man, I'm not from technology. I used to be a sailor. I am former as a marine captain. So used to have a totally different life and lifestyle. But about 7 or 8 years ago, I had an accident and I lost two fingers. You know, so start getting hard to keep doing this job because I used to take boats around the world, delivery boats. I also took care about a big sailboat, a Genoa 551, in the Caribbean for 2.5 years. And so when I come back to Brazil, I had the accident, and I start searching something else to do, something different. And for the influence of my big friend and my mate, Atrovenado, she starts to influence me to study technology. And then I first did a little course and I start searching some things. And when I saw for the first time the Decentraland, oh man, this blew my mind. I saw many possibilities, many opportunities. I saw like a new universe becoming to be building, to starting. So I got in love, and I already knew that I had before I had an experience with the VR glasses, and I love it too. And I thought, whoa, man, if you can go in this kind of environment where everybody can relate, can express themselves, and you can do it this with the VR glasses, this will be amazing because I really believe that the Central Land is going to explode only when the technology, the VR glasses, become access to everyone. Because there is the magic. That's what I think.
Yeah, the that's a valid point. What you're saying, the VR glasses coming into the Centraland, but for the metaverse overall, like the VR technology, I think it's gonna be a game changer. Gonna
Yeah,
change the way we perceive and the way we interact with technology. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, totally different. No? Because many people consider like you only look in the avatars on the screen. They consider like a kids game, something not so different. It looks like Web 2. But when you understand where we are going to get, so this is amazing. I'm really excited about everything. I know it's going to happen. It's a matter of time, but I know I'm sure that's going to happen. You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
You know?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. So, how is it that you like you jump into the central and you start, I don't know, exploring, or you fell in love with the central end, but at which point in the journey was the idea of creating the central and Brazil um, born, let's say?
Because very quickly I couldn't feel. I saw that was very difficult, especially for the Brazilians, because first we have the language barrier. That's a point that's very negative. From the very beginning, you see that people only think about talking in English and think that everyone know English, you know.
Yeah.
And so this is very limited. And so I and beside this, the operation is also complex. You have many tools, you have many things, you have many. In the beginning, I spent like about 10, 15 days only to understand what was going on, only to understand how things work, that you have to get closer to an object to activate an interaction, something like this. This is not a manual. You don't know. There is no one to teach you this, especially not a language. You know, so this is very frustrating. I saw many people many Brazilians especially, get into the events and keep looking to the sides and don't understand what everybody is talking. And he left and never come back.
Never came back.
Very
Yeah.
frustrating. You agree with me?
Yeah, I
You,
totally
you
agree with
be
you
you
because
be in a
I felt the
place
same
where you
in the
don't
Spanish.
understand. You don't understand what people are talking. What are you keep doing there?
Yeah, one
That's a
hundred
big
percent.
problem. But
Uh,
but I'm very bullish now, man, because I believe the two priorities. It's we are going this direction now. Like one of, in my opinion, of course, one of the biggest problems in the Central Land long ago is the performance, is the software, is
yeah,
the I believe, well, we don't have to have many tools. We have to have a platform with at least 95% performance. I believe this is most important of all. And now they looks like they understand this, and they are focused and improve this and develop the software and everything. And on the other hand, I got very happy too when they start when I saw the proposal about the ambassadors, because the other hand we need to educate people. Like here in Brazil, most of the people don't understand about nothing. Was like a big wave of information with blockchains and cryptos and metaverse and Web3, and the people don't understand nothing good. You understand what I mean?
yeah,
So, first of all, we need to focus and work hard on the education of the people, for them understand what is what is the metaverse exactly, what kind of metaverse is this, because there are many kinds. There are some that are specifically gamers. There are others that speculative. So the central land, I believe, and that's where I'm working, is going to be the icon of all the metaverse. You know, we are writing a guidelines that's going to be the guide for all the metaverses in the future. You know,
yeah.
we are
And
pioneers.
Central is a very special metaverse on its own because, um, look, this is my opinion as well. I believe that all metaverses serve a purpose, a specific purpose. Like you said, some of them are there for gaining, some of them are there
Yeah, Yeah,
for
but I
showing
mean
stuff.
a
But
social
Decentraland
metaverse.
integrates all of it, and it has the social aspect, which makes it very different from the rest because it is like a world where you can just hang out with people, right?
Yeah,
Or you can play, or you can go to parties, or like you can do whatever you want, but it is mostly a social metaverse, which is, in my opinion, why it's gonna be an example for the rest. Just like you're saying, it's
yeah,
gonna be like the guide.
yeah, but I believe that besides, yeah, I agree totally what you said. The main purpose is the social, and I believe that we are going to have many business transactions too. I believe that in the future, when technology develop more, we are going to buy things. We are going to try clothes in the stores inside the metaverse. So I believe that is a lot of things to do there.
Yeah, I think that so far we have experimented only a fraction of the potential that the
Yeah,
central.
yeah, very, very little fresh.
Yeah,
We
just
are
a
like a seed, still a seed.
yeah,
We are growing now.
yeah. We're at the beginning stage just now, and
Yeah,
and and you can see like I've been running around the Centraland since 2021, and it has been refreshing to see how the platform has been changing for better. There has been
yeah,
it's been like a type of learning curve for everybody, but overall the platform is evolving towards a good direction. I think it's good. Like you said, there's a lot of limitations when it comes to technology, but I believe that it is because the technology is still being developed. So that there will be, like some difficulties here and there, but I also agree with you. Once everybody has access to VR glasses or AR glasses, um, the metaverse is gonna explode because I've had this conversation with other people here in the show. I have always said that I disagree with the preposition or the presumption that people will replace their real lives with the metaverse life. I believe that at some point the glasses will allow you to expand your reality, and that will be the metaverse. Your reality plus whatever the glasses allow you to see. And when you don't want to play, you just you know and that's it. You carry on with your life. I don't know if you have seen the Apple Vision Pro, how it works. It's slowly taking us
no,
there.
no, I haven't seen yet, but I've heard that many people are complaining about. So,
No, that there will be always people who complain and people who like it, right? But for the purpose of this conversation, what I mean is that, like, if you see the videos, you can see how the technology is taking us in that direction, right? What
okay.
you were saying, like it's just a matter of time. I believe. I don't think it's a conditional factor whether it's going to happen or not. I think that it will happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. While we are talking, there are many companies working hard to develop this. Many,
Exactly.
many, many uh, engineers, and I believe that you see that each time things grow faster. So I believe this is a matter of 2 years, 2 3 years.
Yeah. Look, just a quick example would be the Central and Brazil Carnival celebration. The first year, it was a, let's say, a small event. This year was a huge event. So you can see the changes year to year. So how? Let me ask you about that. Like the carnival event. How did you come up with that? Like, how was the organization process for that? Because I think it's freaky cool that you brought the carnival to the Central End. So
Yeah,
how the idea became to life?
the carnival have a very different meaning for the Brazilians because it's cultural, you know. It's something that you get involved since the time you're born. When you start walking, your parents take you to the carnival parties. So it's something that it's hard to explain. The energy and everything, and it's very beautiful. And it's something contagious.
Yeah, whose idea was it to bring it to the metaverse? Was it yours or was it Atrovenada's idea, or how was it birthed?
Was mine because at this time, for the first year, Atrovenada was not so involved yet, you know, because she was not so involved. But yeah, it was my idea.
And like, how do you guys do it? Do you guys send someone to the Sambodromo to be there, or how do you
No,
like? How do you?
this year, Atrovenada is now at the northeast on Ceará. So
Mhm.
she made the images herself. You know, she was at the events and she made the images. And
Okay.
last year we had a guy with a Mushilink. It's something a backpack that you put in your back
Hmm.
with some sheets and everything that expand your signal, so
Uh-huh.
you transmit with this bag. You know?
Oh, that's nice. So you actually have someone on site on the carnival.
No, not this year. This year was Adriana, but yeah,
Yeah.
and
Last year.
2023 last year we made two live transmissions. The problem is that we had this problem, and that's why the transmission was so short. It was that he cannot keep going with the cars, with
Hmm.
the how do you say the
With the parade.
yeah, we can say this.
Yeah.
He cannot move with the parade. He had to be only in the a
In the
specific
spot that he
point.
was. Yeah.
So he starts to lose the sound. He could still film. He had the image, but he starts losing the sound because the battery starts getting far. So that we couldn't, we didn't think about this detail at the time. So we
Mm.
had the problem, and we did shorts, two shorts takes live.
But this is how you learn. You learn from the you learn when things go bad. You know.
Yeah, we,
Now, as far as the ambassadors program goes, you were mentioning that you really like when the ambassadors program was released.
yeah,
Based on it is my understanding that you are the Centraland's ambassador for Brazil, right?
right.
And what do you have in mind, or what are your plans for
I have an
that?
event. I'm here in São Paulo now. You see, I am in the hotel room
Yeah.
because I have an event tomorrow. It's going to be really, really nice because it's we are doing a partnership with a very important guy with the Metaverse School of Brazil, Escola do Metaverso. And
Escola do Metaverso, it's like
uh,
blockchain
let,
academy.
let, let, let me send you the link here. Wait a minute.
And this Escuela do Metaverso, is it like what exactly do they do?
I send you the link. Open
Perfect.
there. You will see the banner of the event tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. So you're doing this event with Escola do Metaverso, and what is the event about?
Well, I'm going to clarify things for them to explain what exactly is the Decentraland, to try to make them on board, to try to bring investors, to try to make them understand what's what. You understand? So, uh,
Oh, this is like an opportunity for you to show them what the Decentraland is. Like you're gonna
yeah,
go there.
basically, yeah.
So you're the one who's gonna be schooling them on the metaverso.
Yeah.
You're the one who's gonna be teaching them about the metaverso. After this is what it's called
Uh,
the metaverso. You're the professor of the metaverso tomorrow.
yeah.
Uh, and and this like what are your plans for the Centraland ambassador title? Let's say that you got. You're going to Escola do Metaverso. What else are you gonna be doing for the Central community over there? Because I ask you because I know that you are one of the most active, let's say, the Central and community leaders amongst the multiple communities that we have in the Central End. The Central and Brazil community is very active. You know, you guys are always doing your events. There's always something happening with the Central and Brazil. So I do need to ask, like, what are you planning for the ambassador program and for the community in Brazil?
Well, first, we already have been making many contacts with many different areas. Like, I believe that's something very interesting. It's to do like battles or contests for DJs and for stand-up comedy and for many other things. I believe it's if you have a good formula, like you don't have to spend $150,000. You can do things like that with $5,000. You know, and
Hmm.
this is going to start bringing a very solid engagement for us because it's people that are going to start being there every day and getting interest about this. And beside this, like we have some institutions here in Brazil of education. And the idea is to bring some kind of engagement and opportunities projects for create these engagements for do the people be there every day like we have a new project that is going to evolve to big companies that basically it consists in all the employers of a company like 400 or 500. is going to be they are going to have like three or four challenge, that daily challenge. They are going to have to do something like go to a place and get some coins, and go to an event and do a post, or go to a place spot and answer a question,
Like a scavenger's hunt.
and all this. These things like this daily obligations is
Yeah.
going to be associated with another metaverse, like one by day. Like this day, I have three things to do in the central land, and I have the fourth to do in like upland.
Uh huh.
And the second day, we have three things to do in the central land, and the fourth in crypto voxels or
Uh huh.
sandbox, because we are doing here an alliance with the eight biggest communities of the eight biggest metaverses, of nowadays, like Sandbox, Crypto Voxels,
One,
Upland, Hyperfi,
Monaverse.
Spatial. We have a very strong Brazilian community in Spatial, you know. So we are in touch with all these people, and this is going to help us a lot in many ways, you know,
Yeah.
because first we can share experience, we can share expertise, and second, we can sell full packages for the brands to activate their brand in all metaverses at the
In all
same
the
time.
metaverses. Yeah.
Yeah, at the same time with the same padron.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Like to create basically a multiversal experience. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
That would be
Yeah,
that would be the like the concept.
it's a new term that I haven't thought before.
No, but I see what you're doing. This is something that me and Milito we have discussed many times, and it is the like I was telling you before. Each metaverse serves a purpose and
Yeah, yeah.
has yeah, and has a reason to exist. So it's not about which metaverse is the best. I think that the best is to
Depends
get
on
all the communities together and to have a multiversal experience where you can just enjoy the metaverses in a combined experience. Because um, look, I've been messing with this for a while, where like I want to create some sort of experience that starts in the Centerland, and that experience itself takes you through metaverses and ends in the Centerland again, right?
yeah, yeah.
So that
That
you have to go there and check it out and interact.
that's that's why I believe that interoperability is very important. Like today, I remember last year or 1 year ago, we dream about have the condition to get your own avatar and just jump in the portal and get in now the metaverse. And
Yeah,
now with the VRM, you can do this. You
you
can.
can actually do it. Yeah.
So this is magic. This is something that shows that things are growing, that things are improving. We are in the right way. It's just a
I
matter of
I think that the BRM option changed the Central forever
yeah,
for the better. Like because it allows you to take your digital identity across metaverses,
yeah.
and that is for me that is the most amazing thing. The fact that you can be the same avatar across platforms, that is like fucking amazing for me. It's
And
insane.
trust me, when I discovered the Central Land, the first thing that I did was to try to know the other metaverses, because I knew that the Decentraland was not the only one. So I thought I need to know the others, how this works, what they propose, and everything. So I got Avatar and Sandbox and Roblox and CryptoVoxels, Upland. I have registrations in all this metaverse, you know. Then I really saw that the Central Land it's totally different. And one of the things that make the Central Land very, very different is the community, because in all the metaverses you don't have a community so united and so integrated and so concerned about evolution, to develop things and to create an environment good for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's this is very different. The other communities usually they keep talking about shit, and or they keep going parties. Okay, but they don't have the soul that the Seattle community has. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that aspect because um, just like I said before, the Centraland has a very particular characteristic, which is the social aspect. But there's also another one that makes it so special, and it is the organization aspect of the Centraland, like how it works as a platform, the self governed type of model where the users also have a voting, a saying. They can be as involved with the platform as they want. You know, like a community. Uh, let's say like it has an economic and a political aspect as well. The Centraland, you know, it's
Yes,
not just a game
yeah.
because let's say Sandbox. In Sandbox, you know, you don't have a saying on what Sandbox does or says or wants, but in
No,
the Centraland, you do. You know, there are mechanisms.
90% are there for the game.
Yeah, exactly. But in the Centraland, there are mechanisms in place for you to impact and change the platform for every single user. You know, you can submit a proposal that will affect me, and that is a huge thing because it gives you that extra component where, like you said, it is a very committed community because in our community, everything we do has an impact on the community, whether for the good or for the bad, it has an impact. So that's why I think that the Centraland community is also very different because I believe that the community is more responsible in terms of their actions and what they mean inside the platform. You know, because
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a very interesting. It's very interesting to do this exercise that you do, like jumping around metaverses, understanding them, finding out what makes each one of them, you know, their own metaverse, and then
Yeah,
by
that's why I think it's important this project we are doing this to make the people do this. They understand carefully, the difference. It's very
that that
important.
that's very amazing. And you told me that you started creating this process by reaching out to the Brazilian communities within these metaverses, right?
Pardon me, I didn't get what.
This plan that you have for the Central and Ambassador program, the way that you're doing this is by going into each metaverse and reaching out to the Brazil community inside that metaverse, right? Let's say that you go
No,
to
no.
crypto, so you find.
This This I did a long ago, man. This I did a long
Okay,
ago,
you
not
already
for
did
the
it.
ambassadors program. I know these people. I met some of these people in events in 2021, 2 years ago. I did many events like representing the Decentraland, paying all the expenses from my pocket and everything. And I met some of these people. I talked in innovation in Rio. I talked in Immersive Fashion Week. Do you remember Gigi? Gigi
Yeah.
Casemiro? Yeah, she talked with me in one of these events.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
nice.
yeah.
That's nice. So you've been busy, Atro.
I have been very dedicated for the Central for the last 2 years. Trust me, man. I wake up thinking of the Central Land. I'm going to sleep thinking of the Central Land
that
and
that
how to improve and how to bring life and to make everybody have opportunities and that's what I'm here for.
that's amazing, and that is an amazing reason to be around as well. So I hope that you keep doing it for many years, and I can wait to see what the Central and Brazil has for us. Now, Atro, just to wrap it up with this amazing interview, um, what would be your advice for the first time the Decentraland user? It's very hard sometimes for the person when you jump in the first time to the Decentraland. It can be overwhelming. There are many experiences and things that you can do now to learn a little bit about the Decentraland. But what would your advice be for this first time user, on their first trip? What would you advise them?
Uh, well, honestly, uh, I would like to advise for the people who are hosting them, who the people who already use the platform, because I believe we are in the very how can I say very sensible time. Uh, we don't have many attractions yet, you know, and like I said, we cannot use the Oculus yet. So we have to understand that we need to create uh, uh, ways to stimulate, to valorize the people who are coming. Like in the beginning, I don't know if you remember, I used to buy the very cheap wearables and everything to give to the people, to
Yeah.
try to be nice, to try to make contact, to try to stimulate the people. So we need to find ways to invest and investors because everything in the beginning is very, very hard. You know this. Like you see TikTok. TikTok used to pay R$ 5 here if you introduce someone new. And today it's one of the biggest platforms in the world.
Hmm.
So we need to understand that to start creating credibility for the platform, we need to invest something on this way, or at least try to find investors for this. Like I don't know if you remember that time that we used to do events for Samsung.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
that that was
That's
every time was packed. All the events we have more than 40, 50, 60 people because we had the program there at the time that give a little amount like 20, 30 reais for each people who goes to the event and makes the posts and everything. until the moment that we have a really basic and solid base of users in the platform. So we are not going to need this anymore. But I need to start things. We need to find some way to start things happening, and the things are only going to happen when we start generating numbers. You know that. Why many companies did events and left the central land and got frustrated because they didn't have nothing back. They didn't generate numbers. We need to show that we are capable to do this. When we start generating numbers, the company are going to reach us. We are not going to need to keep selling things or to keep trying to find someone to do one event here or there. The companies are going to start reaching us and creating instance to invest in this.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of that saying like, well, like the, right now we need to go to the mountain, but eventually the mountain will come to us. It's pretty pretty much that
Yeah,
that I do agree
exactly.
with you.
Mm, You need,
Well, Atro,
we need to do hard efforts to get there, to reach at least 3,000 users. You know, at the point of this happen, I trust me, I tell you, everything's gonna change.
and I think that it's something that can easily happen. I don't know if you remember on that Metaverse musical festival where we had Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
Uh,
remember?
the Central and crashed basically because of how many like the
Yeah,
amount of insane
that's the
amount of people
problem.
that we had there.
Yeah, that's the problem. On the other hand, we have to get a good software for not happen this.
Yeah, no, but these are like I said, like this is like you said, this is the seed. It's starting to just flourish. These things are gonna happen, are meant to happen. You know, you need to fail before you succeed. But I think that the central and as of now, it's going in the right direction. There are many things that can be improved, yes, but you don't become better overnight. You know, it is a process, and you know things change over time. So I think that as long as we have people like you working nonstop or the platform, things are gonna end well. So, Atro, muito obrigado por your time here. I really enjoyed this conversation. I wish you guys in the Central and Brazil the best of the best. You guys are an example community for us as a platform, and I am happy that you guys are doing what you guys are doing. You know, I wish there were more
Well,
Atrovenados and
I'm the one
Atrovenados.
who thanks you, man. I'm the one who thanks you and really appreciate your invitation. I believe how much more we talk about this and we share experiences and points of view. It's better for everyone, and we can get a better thinking about this.
My friend, it's been a pleasure, and we'll be seeing each other around. Okay?
See you. See you. Bye
You have
bye.
a great day, brother. Take
Thank
care.
you. Take care.